So now that we've picked your album, let's talk about parent books. There's a couple different options for the parent albums. The easiest way to go is to duplicate the parent albums. So if your book, so let's say this is your main album at this 10 by 13 size, what we can do is we can then shrink it down to a really nice 8 by 10 size. So it's a lot smaller, as you can see, but it will be the same exact images within the album. If you are duplicating your album, it is easy because there's not a second set of images to be chosen. There's not a second set of images to be retouched and to kind of go back and forth with the design. So if you have, parents that are going to be happy with that, then by all means, I do suggest going with that. A common question I always get with the parent duplicates is, can they switch a couple images out? So the answer to that is no. Because we get special pricing for the parent albums if they are duplicates. And what that means is our labs have to actually run off an exact duplicate album. So if you don't duplicate it fully, we can't extend the parent album duplicate pricing to you. With the fine art line and the fine art line only, if you pretty much like the design and you only want a few changes, so say up to 10 changes, we will be able to accommodate that with a small image change fee. Now that small image change fee is going to cover the new retouching, the new design, and obviously to offset the fact that we're no longer getting that parent duplicate pricing from our vendors. So the change fee per image for a parent book is $20. So if per se you really like this design and we're happy with this, but maybe mom doesn't want this family photo, she wants a different family photo, then essentially it's going to just cost you $20 to swap that, which is easier sometimes than going for a whole new album. If you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out. Again, each situation is a little different and custom, so we're always happy to go over that with you to review the options. If you choose to redesign a whole album, you do get 35% off of the list price for any of the albums. So, say you wanted to go with a new 50 image 8 by 10 album for your parents, which is a good option. That normal price is $1,000. It's 35% off, so it would become $650 under that pricing. You can go into any size and that pricing will apply. Obviously you can add images. It doesn't have to be the 50 image books, but that's just an idea, for you. With our magazine style album couture books, duplicating is your only option for the parent books. So we cannot change 1 or 2 images like we can in the fine art line. Once we change anything with these books, we are then charged full price again. So if you want to shrink this book down for your parents, that's a great idea. These books are usually, I always tell people, these are more crowd pleasing because there's so many images in these usually. We typically use these magazine style books with higher volumes. So usually this kind of covers the gamut, and they're not as curated as the fine art books are. So usually duplicates are what we do with these. Now if you go with this for yourself, and you don't want a duplicate, what I would suggest is that you go with one of our fine art lines. So you would have this cool magazine book, and then the parents would have a more kind of traditional style fine art album.